Hi, darling. Why did you send me more money? I'm worried if you're short on your living expenses. You really didn't have to.
Hi, Nancy. You know, both of us are working and making money. We have that much of allowance to give you. Brian got his bonus last month, which means extra money, and we wanted to share it with you. I wish it was more, but it's all we got for now. I am sorry, Nancy. Bear with us. We'll give you even more when we're financially better.
You didn't have to, but thank you for the allowance. I'll accept it since you already sent it to me. You don't have to give me so much next time. You're giving me more than enough already.
It sounds like I want more, Jasmine. You should give me more next time to me.
You've become hilarious after being married for more than 15 years. I'm so thankful to have a daughter-in-law like you.
You don't have to worry about us. I'm also picking up extra shifts this month, so we will be even better pretty soon. Please look forward to a lot of money. Did you have lunch, by the way?
Yes, I did. It's already 3 p.m. Did you eat? You shouldn't skip meals even when you're busy. Having 3 meals a day is very important for everyone.
Of course. I might work late, but I never skip meals. I'm amazingly on time for food. You know me.
Glad to hear that. You won't be able to function without food, so you should eat in order for you to work properly. Be careful with work. Don't get hurt, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You should be careful, too. It's very cold outside. Don't get cold, flu, RSV, COVID, or whatever's floating around. I'll call you later.
Sure, honey. Honey, I heard you sent Mom more money this month. She couldn't stop bragging about how she has the best daughter-in-law in the world, which I agreed with, obviously.
Hi, honey. Of course. You got your bonus last week, and I thought we should share it with her. She deserves it, right?
How did I marry an amazing woman like you? Thank you so much for taking care of my mom. You're much better than me. You're the best in the world.
Hey, she's the one who gave birth to my husband, whom I love the most in the world, and I'm her daughter-in-law. You don't need to make such a big deal out of it. It was the right thing to do as your wife to take care of your mom.
I need to make a big deal out of this. My friends always complain about how their wives don't even want to talk to their in-laws just because they're in-laws. But here you are taking better care of my mom. How am I blessed to have a wife like you? You're the best thing that ever happened to me. You're the best wife living with a husband who works as a sewer cleaner who smells like poop all the time.
If that's what you think of me, you're the best husband living with a wife who works as a waste collector who smells like trash all the time. Hey, maybe both of us are utterly amazing, aren't we?
Oh, maybe we are. Let's just say both of us are astonishing.
Sounds perfect, Mr. Astonishing. How is it with cleaning today? It should smell even worse after pouring for the past couple of days.
It feels like I'm being numb to my sense of smell. Maybe because I've been working at the sewer for a long time now. You know what I'm talking about. It smelled absolutely nasty in the beginning, but it doesn't smell bad anymore. Sometimes it even smells fresh and flowery.
Yuck. I still feel sick even after smelling trash for years. I guess you have a stronger stomach than I thought.
You think so? You're right. I might have a strong stomach. Oh, I almost forgot. Ben invited us for dinner tonight. You think you can make it?
Oh yeah? Definitely. Let's clean ourselves up and change our clothes and get going fast. We don't want to keep our host waiting, right?
See you at home.
Hi, Jasmine. Did you get home safely?
Hi, Cecilia. Yes, I did. Thanks to you. I loved your food tonight. Was it vegan creamy pasta pomodoro?
I'm not a vegetarian, so I always put protein in my pasta like shrimp or meatballs. But a pasta without protein was so good. I never expected a vegetarian pasta to be so delicious. Your skills are getting better and better every day, aren't they? I didn't know you were a vegan. Thank you for the compliments, but I have a long road ahead of me to be as excellent of a cook as you. Glad that you enjoyed the food. I became a vegan not too long ago. I started having problems with digesting protein, so I thought maybe a vegan diet will help me. So far, so good about being a vegan. By the way, Sam seems to be getting taller every day. He looks like 5 feet already.
Oh, Sam. You know how boys get tall so fast. So is Dominique, right? He's as tall as Ben. It seems like he's going to get taller than Ben pretty soon, huh?
That's right. I'm thinking maybe he should be a basketball player if he gets tall enough sooner than expected. He actually loves playing basketball. That could be the reason why he got tall so fast.
If he's tall and loves to play basketball, becoming a basketball player sounds like a perfect plan.
Oh, Cecilia, did you see the dining table by any chance? What about the dining table? I don't think I saw anything. Why are you asking? Did you leave something behind?
No. I didn't leave anything behind, but I left an envelope. I guess you didn't see it?
What envelope?
I heard you're having a hard time lately since Ben is laid off. He seemed a little uncomfortable when we were having dinner, and I was worried.
Brian and I wanted to help you as much as we could. Jasmine, you really didn't have to. Please accept it. It's not much. I know how much money it costs raising kids, so I hope it helps. We should help each other when we're having hard times. That's what family is for, right? I'm truly happy that someone like you is my sister-in-law. Should I say I feel safe around you? I don't think I've always been nice and kind, but the luckiest thing that happened to me is that you're my family. Thank you so much for all that you do all the time. I can't thank you enough, Jasmine.
Of course. I'm the best, ain't I? So cheer up one more time. We should live our lives to the fullest. It could be hard now, but it won't always be this way. Right, Cecilia?
Yes, ma'am. Both of us should cheer up and live our lives to the fullest. I'm looking forward to be better soon.
That's my girl. Cecilia, why can't I get in touch with you lately? Is everything okay? I went to your house, but you weren't there. I'm worried.
Oh, hi, Jasmine. It's been a while. We moved, actually. It's been quite some time since we moved. I just forgot to tell you. I'm sorry that I didn't call you earlier.
Huh? Why did you move all of a sudden? Did something happen while we lost touch with each other? How did you end up moving?
Well, nothing significant happened. I mean, listen, I think God blessed us with the best luck ever because we lived our lives so kindly and desperately. You know, people say kindness comes right back to me like a boomerang.
What was that again? What are you talking about?
We moved to Rancho Palos Verde. You know, the country on hills in Rancho Palos Verde where its market price is $4 million for 5,000 square feet. We moved in one of the houses in the community.
How is that even possible? Did you say $4 million? What in the world did you do to get that kind of big money from? I don't think you can borrow that much money from commercial banks. Did you get a private loan with the highest rate ever? Or did you invest in stocks?
Nope, I didn't borrow money from anywhere. I actually invested in this cryptocurrency called Ethereum, not stocks. Thanks to Ethereum skyrocketing overnight, our life became so much easier and comfortable. We were able to purchase the commercial building in Bakersfield that we turned into a medical plaza. So far, 80% of the suites are leased by a variety of specialities, including plastics, orthopedics, pediatrics, and family medicine. We're anticipating to sign the contract with one more specialty this weekend. We're looking to purchase another building in Fresno as well. It's not as urbanized as Los Angeles, but it's still worth it. Even I can't understand how this happened to us. I'm over the moon lately that I feel like I can breathe happiness through the open window.
Wow, it sounds like a lot has happened during the last 6 months. Cryptocurrency. Yeah, I heard a lot of people invest in cryptocurrency nowadays. Is your cryptocurrency investment from before?
Yes, it is. I put most of my savings into it like a year ago, hoping to work out someday. And it hit the jackpot eventually. The payout was humongous that we screamed and cried over it. I still can't believe the investment was so successful that it allowed us to live such a luxurious life.
However it happened, congratulations. It sounds exciting and I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad to hear that you moved into a nice place that you love so much. How are Ben and Dominique? They must love their new home too.
Yes, they do. Dominique goes to a private school now where a lot of children from rich families go.
I see. That's good for him.
Yes, it is. Hey, how about you and Brian quit your filthy jobs and start investing in cryptocurrency too?
I'm sorry?
You might hit the jackpot like us. You'll need a lot of money to educate Sam in various subjects, and I don't think you and Brian's yucky job will be able to afford that. Dominique started golf lessons last month, and it's definitely worth it. Now I know what it is like to have a lot of money and being called rich. You'll thank me later when you become rich yourself.
Well, thank you for letting me know, Cecilia. I appreciate your concern. I'll think about it.
When it comes to cryptocurrency investments, the sooner the better. You shouldn't think twice and just act, okay?
Thanks. Honey, I was able to speak to Cecilia finally. She said they moved to Rancho Palos Verde. What? How did they move all of a sudden? Was that why we weren't able to reach them? Because they don't live at their place anymore? Jeez, it's a little disappointing. How were they able to move, though? Did they get a loan? No, they became extremely wealthy because of a cryptocurrency investment they made a while ago. There was a huge payout. They moved to a 5,000 square foot house that cost $4 million and gives Dominique golf lessons. They also purchased a building in Bakersfield and looking to purchase another one in Fresno soon. They're very lucky. They must be so happy about it. Wow, that's so exciting for them. Well, I'm jealous, but not so jealous. It feels like they became rich in a wrong way, should I say. Of course, cryptocurrency investment is not illegal or anything, but I feel like I should earn it myself with my hard work. You know what I mean? Yeah, you may be right.
But if they're satisfied and happy, we don't get a say. It's good for them if they believe it's good for them. And I agree with them. I'm completely satisfied with my smelly job. People might point their fingers at me that I'm a waste collector who smells like trash all the time, but that's what puts food on the table, and my hard work pays off. I'm not ashamed of my job. Neither are you or our son. And I believe that's what matters. I'm happy as long as I have you and Sam supporting me.
I totally agree with you. What's the point of having so much money if I don't have support from my own family or we fight over that money? All I want is a happy little family. I'm delighted to clean the sewer as long as I have my wife and son.
Let's be thankful for our lives as we have been so far.
Speaking of which, I'm driving past Popeyes right now. Did you want fried chicken? It's been a while since we had it. You know Sam loves the fried chicken from Popeyes.
Oh, well, Sam must be dancing when you get home with the chicken. Sure thing. I'm craving for chicken as well, so please get some. Come home fast so we can have it while it's still hot. Come fast but safely.
I'm coming.
Hi, Jasmine. How have you been? It's been a while since we talked. It's so hot lately. I was wondering how you're doing. Do you still work as a waste collector? God, I hope not. It must smell even worse now that it's around 100 degrees.
Oh, hi, Cecilia. You're right. I'm still a waste collector since I didn't quit my job. How are you? Hope Ben and Dominique are doing good as well. It certainly smells bad, but I can deal with it. I like my job, and I'm proud of it.
How could you call being a waste collector proud? I would be so embarrassed if I were you, and I wouldn't even talk about it to anyone. Well, we're living the best time of our lives. It couldn't be any better. We don't even have a chance to feel how hot it is outside because the air conditioner is on 24/7 at our place. We kind of feel chilly, you know? Maybe you're sweaty all the time collecting trash under the sizzling sun. I'm sorry that you're still a waste collector.
Thanks for your concern, but like I said, I like my job. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. What brought you to text me, by the way?
Jasmine, do you want to come over for dinner tonight? I think we never invited you since we moved to Rancho Palos Verde. Are you free tonight?
Wow, your new house? Definitely. Did you say the country on hills? Send me your address. I'll be there with Brian and Sam by 6 p.m. Would that work for you?
You got it. I'll text you my address, so be here by 6 p.m.
Will do. What about food? Are you going to cook? I can grab something on my way. You like Thai food, don't you? There's a 5-star Thai restaurant near where I work. I never tried their food, but I heard it's amazing.
No thanks. I have much more money than you, remember? I should be the one to treat you. How does Italian sound? There's one right across the street that's our go-to place. It's pricey, but it's definitely worth it.
Oh, okay. We're good with Italian if that's what you want.
Sounds good! Can't wait to see you.
See you soon.
Oh my goodness! Have you gone mad? Why in the world did you splash water right onto my face out of nowhere? I got my facial laser done yesterday, so I need to avoid putting water on my face. I was supposed to be delicate until a few days later.
What did you expect me to do? You shouldn't have said things that made me splash water onto your face. You know you deserve it. You were the one who started it. I'm supposed to be the one who should be mad here, not you. How dare you start yelling at me when you caused all this?
What do you mean I caused it? You got mad only because I said the right things and deep down you agreed with me, didn't you? Dominique goes to the fanciest, best academy there is in the wealthy town of Rancho Palos Verde and takes golf lessons too. What about Sam, huh? He can't do anything else other than smelling garbage and sewer all the time from his parents who can't even bother to look for other jobs. Poor him. Don't you worry about his future. You should be able to afford him the best care there is as his parents. That's your responsibility.
Wow, you're much nosier than I expected. What made you worry about my kid? Hey, I extremely appreciate you caring about my son, but he is my son. You should mind your damn business. And Dominique going to the so-called best academy in a wealthy town? I'm not jealous of it. Him taking golf lessons? Not jealous either. I would rather spend my money on providing him more nutritious food than giving him golf lessons and whatever.
This is exactly why you're a waste collector. I was a fool to expect to have a decent conversation with a waste collector. It was my fault.
You're right. We can't have a decent conversation. How about we disown each other from this point on?
Why would we do that?
Isn't that what you wanted? You're such a high class and we're the lowest. And you don't want to be a part of this family. How could it be the same for someone who lives in a mansion in Rancho Palos Verde and someone who lives in a typical single-family house in Riverside, right? Am I wrong?
You're absolutely right. You know what? I was going to say it first, but thank you for saying it for me.
Is that so? I am very sorry about that. You can say it one more time if you want to. I'm ready to listen.
That's not necessary. Geez, you're ridiculous. You don't need to respond from now on.
Hi, Jasmine. Did you argue with Cecilia by any chance?
I'm sorry? Not at all. We're not kindergartners. What would we possibly argue about?
I mean, Cecilia sent me some money out of nowhere and told me not to accept money from you going forward.
Did she say that?
Yeah, she did. So I thought maybe they argued or something. Why would she say such a thing? Are you sure you didn't argue with her?
No, we didn't. I'm so sorry to worry you, Nancy. I'll be more careful.
No problem at all. I'm glad that there was no argument. We're a family and you are all you got to each other. So be friendly to each other. Don't ever fight, okay?
Don't you worry. Jesus Christ, I'm so stressed right now. It's driving me crazy.
Why is that? Did something happen?
Nancy called me earlier and guess what she said?
What did she say?
She asked me if Cecilia and I had a fight. That was so unexpected and I didn't know how to respond.
I'm sure she didn't ask you for nothing. Did Cecilia say something to her?
She said Cecilia sent her some money as her allowance and told her not to accept money from us anymore.
What the hell? What is she talking about? We've been sending her allowance on a regular basis for years now.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't understand why she's doing it now when she's never done it all this time. Jeez, this is exactly what happens to a nouveau riche. I would grab her hair so hard and pull all of her hair out if she was in front of me. She's bragging with money. That's what she's doing. She became super rich overnight and she's trying to show off that she's rich by spending money everywhere. Oh, I hate her.
Hey, honey, look at this. It seems she's taking Dominique to England to study abroad.
Oh my goodness. She is! It's crazy!
But I don't think Ben is coming with them, though. His Instagram post says, being single again with no wife and no kid.
She's leaving her husband behind? Even worse! I guess your life is upside down when you become rich. I can't believe she is the same person who said, "Thank you so much, Jasmine. We'll keep our relationship close, right?" Ugh, she's not that person who felt grateful for our help anymore. She's wasting her money for what she thinks is the best, but she doesn't realize they're actually worthless. I just hope Dominique will be able to adapt to the new environment without any problem. He's still too young to study abroad. I'm worried about him.
Yeah, I'm worried about him too. Ugh, we might not be wealthy, but let's not be like her at least. Let's just keep doing what we have been doing. Sending mom allowance and be proud parents to Sam. Most importantly, we should be able to be proud of ourselves. That's all I want.
Of course, I'm going to work even harder for Sam and that bitch. I'll show her what I'm capable of. Gosh, Jasmine, I saw you at the airport today and I almost ran into your arms because it's been so long. But I stopped myself doing you a favor because I thought you didn't want to be compared to me. I was wearing Hermes from head to toe and you were in a $30 outfit from Gap. You understand me, right?
Wow, it's been a long time, Cecilia. How are you? It should be good to be back. I heard you will be back for good someday, but didn't expect this soon.
Yes, I am. I didn't want to stay longer in England, and should I say I missed American culture? I hurried myself to be back for reasons. By the way, how are you still exactly the same from 10 years ago? Nothing has changed for you. That's amazing. The only difference is that you have more wrinkles on your forehead. You should get some laser done.
Cecilia, I'm almost 50 now. Having wrinkles is very natural. How can I stop the time? I'm just accepting as it is.
You know, I've been managing myself so good, people think I'm in my 20s. I can refer you to the plastic surgeon that I know. He is the most capable one in the country.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm saying I'm okay. I want to age gracefully.
If that's what you want. Well, are you still working as a waste collector after all these years? Gosh, I hope not. How about Brian? Is he still working as a sewer cleaner? It would be so sad if you guys are still doing that after a decade.
Oh, Cecilia, I thought you saw me at the airport. You didn't see my outfit? I don't think I dressed like a waste collector, did I?
What do you mean?
By the way, I guess you didn't know about this because you were out of the country for a long time. Ben invested every penny of his money into cryptocurrency, hoping to make a lot of money for Dominique's tuition and golf lessons, but rather ended up losing every penny of it. I guess you had no idea since you don't speak to him anymore because you're not close to each other after living apart for so long, and of course, you wouldn't talk to Nancy either. I understand that you're clueless.
I said, what the hell are you talking about?
My son, Sam, started a janitorial service company a while ago. He said he wanted to do me and Brian a favor, appreciating our many years of hard work, so he started a business. The business did so much better than expected that annual sales were as much as $5 million. We ended up expanding our business, so here we are. Sam served in the Army for a couple of years and now goes to Harvard. I can't be more proud of him.
Did you say Harvard? No way! Sam had no better grades than Dominique, if not worse. His education level must have been much worse than Dominique as well because of his sewer cleaner and waste collector parents. How in the world did he get accepted to Harvard?
Look at you. This is why Dominique became such a problem. What is he even doing now? I guess he doesn't have a job. He just sucks out of your money. Look where he ended up now. You should have thought what was best for Dominique, not for you. Use your brain. Your brain is not an ornament. It's an actual part of your body that was established to think.
Hey, so now your profit should be enormous, isn't it?
So, what are you trying to say?
Okay, I'm sure you heard what happened to us. We came back to America unwillingly because we were literally broke from cryptocurrency investment. I'm so sorry that I had such an attitude, but I'm begging you. Can you please help us this one time? Just once. I'm sure we'll be able to be back on our feet if we had $10,000. All I'm asking is $10,000, not more. Please help us, Jasmine.
Did you say $10,000? You're freaking hilarious. What $10,000? I would rather give $10,000 to my puppy. Why would you want that money? You want to invest in cryptocurrency again, don't you? You're dreaming about playing rich with your profits. You bullied us for being poor by bringing up mine and Brian's job all the time. You have some nerve asking for my money and my help from me.
Oh, please, Jasmine. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Please help us just this one time. Have some mercy on us. You're a millionaire now. $10,000 is nothing for you.
Oh, shut it. I don't want anything from you. And you should get a part-time job at restaurants or something if you really need money. That will get you at least $2,000 a month. That's what money is. You'll lose it effortlessly if you got it effortlessly. You need to earn it yourself in order to keep it. Or have Dominique get a job. Well, it would be very hard for him to get a job because he doesn't have particular skills or even a college degree, not to mention unemployment rate is through the roof right now. But still worth it to try, right? Hey, listen, I'm not going to help you or wish you the best either. I don't care if you lean on cryptocurrency investments until you die or whatever. I'll get going now since I'm busy with my business. Don't talk to me ever again.
Oh, Jasmine, I said I'm sorry.
All it took was 1 second for Cecilia's family to collapse after investing in cryptocurrency beyond their capabilities. What I was able to hear after then was that their luxury house was foreclosed and eventually up for auction, and they ended up borrowing money from private lenders, which eventually led them to file for bankruptcy. They went from high class to poverty-stricken life overnight. I guess it's right that you never know what will happen in your life. My Sam is studying at Harvard now and still gives us a lot to help to expand our business in a good way. He knew our life would be so much better. I wish the best things will happen in your life, too.
Hey, Dad, I'm on my way to visit you. Oh, Leo. Oh, don't worry about me. You must be busy, right? You know there are plenty of nurses here who can take care of me. I'll be fine. Come on, Dad. You know it's always nicer to see a familiar face, even if you have the professionals to help you. Of course I had to visit. Don't worry about my job. I have the afternoon off, and I have to come and check if the nurses are doing their job or not. Oh, don't worry about that. They're doing a great job with me. Is it still the same nurse who was taking care of you the last time I came to visit? The blonde one? Yup. Mary was her name. She's still taking care of me. She was pretty cute, huh? I hope you're not faking this whole cancer coming back thing just to see her again. Good one. I raised a real comedian, didn't I? If Mom was still around, she'd give you a slap right now, you know? Oh, give me a break. When you're my age and all alone, you don't have much to look forward to. She looks a lot like your mom when she was younger, you know? You've said that about so many women now. I don't believe you. Oh, really? Maybe I'm going senile on top of the cancer. Come on, don't say that. Don't be so negative. You still have your car too, right? Hang in there for her sake at least. Oh yeah, you're right. She's a real beaut, huh? She's still parked outside, right? Yes, of course. Don't worry. This is a nice hospital. No one's breaking into it. That's a relief. You know, she looks a lot like your mom when she was younger. Very funny. I'm glad you haven't lost your sense of humor. Now that you bring up the car, I wanted to talk to you about that. Oh yeah? What is it? When the worst does eventually happen, I want you to have it. I know you'll take good care of it. Oh, come on, Dad. Don't talk like that. You'll get through this and drive that car for many years to come. I'm just being realistic. We don't know that for sure, do we? We have to be prepared for the worst. I just wanted to ask you to not sell her. Please take care of her for as long as you can. If you do decide you want to sell her, that's completely up to you. I'll be in the ground, so it's not like I'll know. But my dying wish is for you to treasure it, if you can. Of course I wouldn't sell it. Why are you getting so sentimental? You're gonna be fine. And if I do inherit that car, I'll treasure it for as long as I live, obviously. So stop this already, please. Be positive, or I'll ask them to give you a new nurse. No, please. I'll be positive, okay? But honestly, thank you. It would mean the world to me to know that car was still being looked after I'm gone. Of course it will be, and I'll pass it on to my kids after me. Oh, thank you. You're a good kid, Leo. I'm hardly a kid anymore, but thanks. Have you eaten already? How about sneaking me out to go get a bite? This hospital food is really killing me even faster than the cancer. I had a feeling that you'd say that. I have some Chinese food from that place that you like near our house. Oh, really? What did I do to deserve a son like you? I'm really gonna cry. Make sure you sneak it in, though. I'm not supposed to eat any outside food. They really run these places like a prison these days. I'm sure it was never like this back in my day. We could leave and come back as we pleased. Sure, Dad, whatever you say. Are you sure it's not just that you were this seriously ill in the past? You know, I'm wondering if sneaking this food in for you is even a good idea at all. Oh, come on. One meal isn't gonna kill me. Sure, I'm just kidding. I've already brought the food, so I'll bring it in for you. That's my boy. Anyway, I'm pulling into the hospital now, so I'll see you soon. Leo, where are you now? Oh, hi, Derek. I'm just at the hospital. I stopped by to visit my dad. Again? Goodness, it feels like you're there every day. Surely your dad is sick of the sight of you by now. Oh, come on, Derek. You know how close me and my dad are. Don't joke like that. I'm sure Marie and her brother would be seeing you every day if you were in the hospital too. I should hope so. But still, he's only been in there a couple of days, right? Kind of. It's been a week already, and they're not sure when he'll be out this time. Still, I'm sure you have a lot of work you could be doing rather than spending every day over there. I'll have to go soon, Derek. I'm still at the hospital now. I can't talk for very long. Huh? Really? Fine, but you should come visit us this weekend. This weekend? Yes, I have a bunch of jobs around the house to do, and I wanted to get my car checked out too. It's been making some funny noises recently. But then I realized, why would I waste money on a mechanic when I have a son-in-law like you? Come over and take a look at it. Okay, I'll try to make time. Is your son coming to help too? What do you mean? Why on earth would he help? He's far too busy with work. And besides, he said he doesn't feel well lately. The two of us will be enough to get everything done. He's not coming? Wouldn't you rather get him to help you around the house while I take a look at the car? Don't make me repeat myself. The two of us will be more than enough. There's not much that needs doing around the house. You know that boy's a lawyer, right? He is far too busy, but he is such a good person. If I asked him, I'm sure he'd come and help. I can't put that kind of pressure on him when he's already so busy. Sure, I understand. I'll see you on the weekend. Hey, Craig, it's been a while. How are you? I was actually on my way to meet a client right now, but I guess I can talk for a short while. What's up? Your dad rang me to ask if I could help out with a bunch of jobs around his place this weekend. He said you're too busy, so he doesn't want to ask you. Do you think you'd be free to help out? Oh, he needs something done? Is it a lot of work? He really didn't mention anything to you about it at all? No, he hadn't mentioned it. Not that I can remember anyway. You know my dad never likes to ask me for favors. He's too proud, and he always says I'm too busy. I'm glad he understands. Actually, he did say he was trying to be considerate since he knows you have a lot on your plate. But I'm sure you can make some time this weekend, right? Even if it's just for an hour in the morning? You know, I actually have a trial that day. I don't think I'll be able to make it. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take. I'll let him know that I can't make it, don't worry. Look, Craig, I get it that your job is important and you're super busy, and I might not be a lawyer, but I'm pretty busy myself too, you know? Your dad seems a little too proud to move into a care home or anything, but that house is falling apart. He's always asking me to do odd jobs. I know he never talks to you about that stuff, that's why I thought I should. Just so you know, he'd appreciate it if you paid him a visit sometimes. I know, and you're right. I want to come down and see everyone and help. I just have too much going on at work. I'm really sorry about it, of course. Sure, I understand. Anyway, next time you have a chance, I'm sure your mom would appreciate you spending some time with him. Even if it's just meeting up for some lunch or something like that. Yeah, I get it. And I know my dad can be a handful, so thanks for helping him out. It's fine, there's no need to thank me or anything. Just share the burden once in a while. I'd love for us to spend some time together too. I think it would really help us grow closer. Well, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, sure. Talk to you soon.
Hey, honey, could you pick up some wine on your way home? We ran out.
Yeah, sure. Oh, and one more thing. I forgot to tell you, but your dad called me earlier to ask me to go and help him out with some house stuff this weekend. He's been asking me for a lot of help recently, but I think I'll go. This time, at least, since he needs help with his car, too.
Oh, really? That's nice. I didn't cook today, by the way, so I thought we could get pizza.
That's fine, but please try and pay attention to what I'm texting you about. It's important.
What? You're going to help out my dad on the weekend? That's all, right? What do you want me to do?
This is your dad, remember? Aren't you even gonna ask what kind of work he wants done?
Okay, fine. What does he want done?
You don't seem very interested, but it looks like he wants to clean out his attic.
I am interested, sorry. That attic is really crowded, though. Will you be able to finish cleaning it out in a weekend?
That's exactly what I'm worried about. I know your family is small and everything, but your dad has a lot of church friends, right? I'm sure he could ask a few more people for help, even you. Why is he always asking me?
Beats me. Do you want me to come with you to help?
You tell me every time that you'll lend a hand, and you never do. Even if you do go, your dad always tells you to just sit back and watch TV in the front room. Don't you think I don't notice you sitting on the sofa the whole time?
Hey, I promise I'll really help this time.
Seriously? Even if your dad says you don't need to, you need to be next to me pulling your weight, okay? Honestly, it is always so tough. I had aches all over when he made me paint his bathroom last time. It took me hours, and then I ran out of paint. I almost cried. I was so frustrated.
I promise I won't just sit on the sofa this time, babe. I'll help out.
Hey, Derek. Me and Marie are on our way over now. We should be there soon.
What? Marie is with you? Why?
She offered to help out. Isn't that great?
I think the two of us would have been fine. These boxes are pretty heavy for a girl, you know?
She'll be fine. She's a pretty strong girl, you know?
Whatever. We can discuss it when you get here. Anyway, here's what it looks like. Maybe it's good you're bringing Marie along. She can decide if there's anything she wants to throw out.
Oh my goodness. Derek, that's a lot more than I was expecting. Will we be able to finish it today?
Who knows? That's why I wanted you to come over as soon as possible.
I am really glad Marie's coming to help now. There was no way that the two of us were getting through all of that.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. This is a man's work. The two of us are still doing the bulk of the work, even if Marie's gonna be kind enough to help out. She's a bit of a ditz anyway. She'll just put everything in the wrong place and mess and drop things all over the place anyway. Then we'll have to redo it. So let's just do it ourselves in the first place. Save us all the trouble. And then I was thinking of ordering us all pizza as a treat. How does that sound?
Thank you for ordering pizza for us, but honestly, Marie will tell you herself when we get there. She's a big girl. She can help out.
No means no. She's probably so tired. She's been cooking for you every day too, right? The least she deserves is a little bit of a break.
It'll be so much faster if you just stop babying her and let her help us out. She's driving right now, so you can hear it from her yourself once we get there. She's more than willing to help.
Why are you insisting on her doing so much work? You forced her to come with you today, didn't you?
Oh, come on, you can't blame me for asking her to come along. You're always using me like some kind of workhorse. If you don't believe me, I'll switch seats with Marie now. I'll take the wheel from her and she'll text you from my phone.
Hey, Dad. Leo's right. I'm more than capable of helping out, so once we get there, please let me give you a hand too, okay? Leo really didn't force me or anything. It'll really be too much work for just the two of you to pack all this stuff away. Besides, you know I'm a lot stronger than your average girl. I go to the gym a few times a week.
I'm sure you're much stronger than the average girl with how often you go to the gym, but still. You don't need to stress yourself out with this stuff. You do more than enough already. If you really want to help me out so bad, you can just tidy your old room up.
If you insist, Dad.
Thanks for going out to get more boxes. While you're out, pick up some sodas too. Marie said she's thirsty.
Sure, whatever. I knew it would end up like this, with Marie not doing much. If you were so insistent on Marie not helping out, I wish you would have just found a time Craig could have helped us out too.
What? What does Craig have to do with anything? Did you ask him to come and help?
Well, yes. I thought it could be kind of fun getting the jobs done if we were all working together. Like a team bonding exercise, I guess. I feel like it's often just the two of us doing these odd jobs, so I decided to invite him along. It's too much for you to do by yourself anyway, and I'm busy too. Next time, let's find a time the three of us can work together on your house.
Oh, how dare you! You're a traitor, going behind my back like that after I told you to not ask him.
Excuse me?
He's a lawyer. You know he's busy out earning money and working hard. Why would you tell him he had to come and help me? You're just being lazy. You just spend all day lying around at home. It's good for you to get out and move around. Helping me is good for you.
But Derek, I have a job. I'm in the office every day. What do you mean lying around at home?
Huh, don't make me laugh. You're always saying you don't earn much. What use are the pennies you're earning?
Even if I don't earn much, I'm still supporting our household. Surely that's valuable.
Barely. My Marie is still working too, right? Craig's wife retired years ago.
That's their business. Me and Marie are fine how we are. She has no complaints, so neither should you. I don't make a bad salary either. We just decided that we both want to work. Marie likes her job. Granted, money's been a little tight recently. You know I was let off and only recently found a new job. But we're doing fine.
I guess that's your excuse for never sending me or Craig any nice gifts or money. That you were living off savings for a while. You should know, Craig felt so bad about not being able to visit this weekend that he sent me $200.
I don't understand. Are you saying the only reason that you don't make Craig come and help out like me is because he sends you money sometimes? Don't you think that's unfair?
How could you even say something like that? That is very rude and presumptuous of you. What kind of a man do you think I am? Do you really think I'm just trying to take advantage of people? Do you really think I'm that self-centered?
I never meant to imply that. It's just that nothing I ever do for you seems to be enough. I've been helping you out since this morning, and I'll be helping you the rest of the day too. But you're still just complaining.
I never once suggested that you don't do enough for me. Although I have many friends who get so many gifts and presents from their daughters' husbands, but you've given me nothing. But I've never once said anything.
So it really was because of the money. That's why you're so hard on me.
Yo, do be quiet. Enough texting, just focus on the road and bring back those boxes. You're really stressing me out. I'm gonna take a nap. Where are you? I just woke up and you were gone, and there was barely any progress made.
Derek, you slept the whole day. I don't even know what you want to do with all that stuff in the attic. I did my best to sort out as much of it into boxes as I could. Besides, my arms are really aching, so I've slowed down a bit. My hands have gone all red too. I thought the two of us at least were going to be working on it. I didn't expect you to just sleep all day.
What do you mean your hands have gone red? You're still young. You should be able to do this much at least.
Derek, I can help you out another day, but I never said I would do everything all alone. If you want me to come and help out another time, that's another story.
What do you mean, come back another day? Come back now. Back in my day, children were expected to help their parents and parents-in-law all day long without resting or complaining. You're just soft.
It's getting late and Marie's still there. She can help you.
I had to work in all kinds of horrible conditions from such a young age, and I never once complained or asked to take a break. Are you too weak to manage the same? How could you just leave your poor wife to work on this all on her own?
Don't you think you're being a bit unreasonable? I've been clearing out the attic all on my own for about 8 hours now.
Unreasonable? Do you think I'm asking too much of you?
Honestly, yes. Just because your son sends you money and gifts, you never ask him to help. If you need something done, it's always just me that you call. And you say you're grateful for me helping and everything, but it really doesn't seem that way.
Well then, why don't you send me money and gifts like Craig does, and then perhaps I wouldn't keep asking you, since apparently it's too much trouble.
I have had enough of this. I'm exhausted and in pain. Ask Marie to help you if you want to carry on with it today.
Babe, did you go home already? What happened? My dad is so mad.
That's really all you care about, isn't it? You couldn't care less about me or what I'm feeling.
What are you talking about? What happened?
If you stopped watching TV and actually came up to the attic at any point, you would have known. I was working on your dad's attic alone all day.
Wasn't he helping you?
No, he was asleep. I understand he's getting up there in age and everything, but he should ask his own son every once in a while. Honestly. I'm being punished for not being as rich and successful as your brother, and somehow I seem to be the only one helping your dad with all his back-breaking jobs and chores. My hands are so red and sore, and my back aches like hell. Can't you understand why I left? I'm not working on it on my own late into the night.
Babe, come on. I realize I was ignoring what was going on and that I let you down today. I'm really sorry. I told you I was going to come and help.
I knew exactly what was going to happen. Your dad always thinks about his precious little princess. Of course he told you to rest, and of course you did.
I promise I really wanted to help you. But you know what my dad is like? He just won't take no for an answer, so there's really no point asking. I thought it was just easier to just go along with what he wanted.
Whatever, just leave it. What time are you coming?
My dad said he already ordered the pizza, so I might actually not be home tonight. It would be too sad to leave him and Mom to eat it all on their own.
You're staying there overnight? You mean you won't get home until tomorrow?
Yeah, probably. Either way, you should get some sleep, honey. Sorry again about today.
Whatever.
You should come around later tonight. I finished clearing those boxes, and I found some things I thought you'd like. You can have them if you want.
You moved all that stuff by yourself?
Of course not, don't be ridiculous. That would have been impossible. I just called some of my friends from church, and they came over to help out. That's all. After you made such a fuss about it being dirty and your arms being tired, I can't believe you just left me to do it alone. And after you ran away, they came over and helped out without a word of complaint, like real friends. Pretty cool, huh? I'm sure you're impressed by our hard work and effort.
Ah, I see. Yes, that's very impressive that you got everything moved so quickly and efficiently. But I didn't leave last week because I thought it was dirty or I was being lazy. You know that. It was just because you left me to do it on my own all day, while praising Craig for just sending money. Besides, I was honestly exhausted from moving everything.
Don't you go bringing Craig into this. You just have some kind of inferiority complex or victim mentality. The fact that he earns a good money at his job and is working hard isn't some kind of bad thing. You always seem to blame him for being successful. That's not a good look.
Derek, please, that's not what I meant at all. You know that. Anyway, I'll swing by later to pick up those things you mentioned. Thank you for thinking of me. That was very generous.
Hey, Derek, how's it going? Yo, Pete, long time no see. How are you? Oh, can't complain. I've just been redoing my house. It's been a real pain. It really takes forever, huh? Yeah, tell me about it. Are you doing it on your own? Oh, heavens no. My 2 boys are helping out. How about you? Any big projects lately? Did I tell you about how I was trying to sort out my attic? Oh, yeah, you did. How's that going? It was going okay, but I asked my son-in-law to help me out last week, and you know what happened? He just ran away and left me to sort it out on my own. What? Did he not say what was wrong? Why would he just suddenly leave? No, not a word. I was wondering the same thing. I was so surprised and confused. And then he started complaining about how Craig wasn't helping him, making it seem like he had been so generous and done so much for me. You know how thoughtful Craig is. He sent me $200 to apologize that he couldn't make it, and he said he felt really bad about it. But Leo just kept grumbling and making jabs at him the whole time. He can be such a baby. What a selfish boy. People that have nothing to be proud of are always the ones complaining about the people that are successful. He's just proud and jealous. I always say, if you're not successful, you should work on your skills and abilities. That way, you'll be more confident and likable, and you'll do better in life. Don't just try and drag other people down. It's embarrassing. Amen to that. He's actually coming by tonight to pick up some things. He's happy to come around when it's for his own good. Talk about hypocrisy. Right? The missus is out tonight too, and I really don't want to be alone with him. Hey, do you want to come by for dinner? That way I don't have to be victim to his whining about his jealousy of Craig. Yeah, no problem. I'll be around by 7 if that sounds good. Yeah, that's perfect. Didn't you mention Leo's father is unwell? Isn't he in the hospital or something? Yes, I think it's liver cancer. They said they could try surgery to remove it, but it would be unlikely to help. Although I think he's decided to go ahead with the operation anyway. I suppose when you're desperate, you'll try anything. Still, it doesn't seem smart. As soon as he recovers from the surgery, he'll be straight back in the hospital again since it's not going to cure the cancer. That's what I've been saying. It is so dumb. It's a shame, though. It just seems greedy to be fighting so hard to live just one more day when it's going to cost so much time and money. He should be using that money to give my daughter a better life. Or better yet, to help out his poor old father-in-law. Yeah, that's true. Well, think about it this way. If his old man dies, how much insurance will he get? I'm sure it's going to be a decent payout. Yeah, that's true. But you know what I'm more interested in? What's that? He has a 1967 Aston Martin DB6. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's basically in perfect condition. That's amazing. And it's gonna go to your son-in-law, huh? That's right. It would go for over $1 million. Imagine the faces of everyone at church if I drove to church in that thing. They'd be so jealous. But I think you might be getting ahead of yourself. The old man's still alive, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't want to be rude or anything, and God forbid, but it's only a matter of time, right? It's not like he brought any money into the family when he and Marie got married, right? It was pennies, and he didn't even buy you any nice gifts. The least he could do is gift you that car after everything you've done for him. Even just raising the woman he married should be reason enough to gift you that car. Don't you think so? That would be really nice. Don't you start counting down the days until his father dies, though. It'll only make it feel longer. Oh, you see right through me every time. Oh, how exciting to think about it. Did you make it back home okay? I know you were a little surprised to see Pete, but thanks for dropping by.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I'm home now.
How do you like the things? I guess you were a little shy to say anything around my friend. But you forgot to say thanks or anything. I thought it was quite rude, to be honest.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for the jars and blanket.
No, it's no problem at all. That's what family's for, right? We should share our things with each other. We should always be thinking about each other and giving things away as gifts when we think other people can make better use of them than us.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, I wanted to say sorry for dropping by so late. I wanted to stop by and see my dad after work.
Oh, that is absolutely fine. I really think you guys are doing the right thing by trying every treatment possible. You really have to try everything. You never know what could end up working.
Yeah, thank you. I agree. Thank Pete for his well wishes too. He said some kind things when I was over there.
Oh, I will. Pete is such a nice guy, always thinking about others. His kids are really nice too.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, just the other day, one of his sons got a new car, so instead of selling the old one, he gave it to his pop. What a nice boy, huh? Oh boy, how I'd love to get a new car.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, I'm almost home, so I'll talk to you another time.
Yeah, of course. It's nice driving though, huh? I haven't had a new car in years.
That's too bad. I really do have to go though.
Oh, of course. I'll speak to you another time. Say hi to Marie for me.
I will.
And drive safe.
Will do.
Hey, you got home pretty late last night and left early this morning. Is everything okay?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, when I got home last night, you were already asleep, and I had to get to work early this morning.
Where were you last night?
Your dad asked me to stop by and pick up some things. He's done with the attic, apparently.
Oh yeah? What did he give you? Anything good?
Honestly, not really. He gave me like one blanket and a couple of random jars. After all that work that I did too. I was there for hours sorting those boxes. For the amount of work I did, I was hoping for at least a lamp or a side table or something.
I mean, it's not like we needed more furniture. Maybe he was worried it would be too much for you to fit in the car if he gave it to you all at once, so he gave you things bit by bit. Do you think he would give us anything else if I mentioned it? If you saw something you wanted, just tell me and I can ask if he's using it or if we could have it.
Do you think so? By the way, babe, I think your dad told his friend about my dad being ill. He was there when I went around earlier and mentioned it.
Oh, really? How did he know? What did he say?
Well, I don't really know. He just said he heard my dad wasn't well, that's all. I just don't know why Derek would have even brought it up. It's not like it's a very pleasant thing to talk about, and it's nothing to do with his friend anyway.
I'm sure it's just because he was worrying about your dad. His friend must have noticed and asked what was going on. My dad is a considerate person. You know that. I'm sure he's not telling everyone's news constantly.
You think he's considerate? He is such a gossip, you know that. If he had thought of me at all, he would have been to visit my dad himself already instead of ignoring him.
I agree that my dad should definitely pay your dad a visit in the hospital, but you know, he's very busy with things going on in his community or in his church. I'm sure you understand.
Why do you always say I should be understanding of him? Why shouldn't he make an effort to be sympathetic with me?
It's just because I'm comfortable with you. I know I can call you out on things occasionally. Don't overthink it.
I think you always side with your dad before me, no matter what the situation is. You always think of his side before you even so much as try to understand mine.
Oh, don't be such a diva. You know that's not true.
I am serious. Every time I try to mention something like this, you tell me to try and be patient and sympathetic with him.
No, honey, it's not like that. You should know how precious you are to me. I don't mean to disappoint you. I'm just trying to bridge a gap. That's really all it is. It would be so nice if you and my dad got a bit closer. You and Dad have so much in common. Before we got married, I really thought the two of you would hit it off.
We have a lot in common? Really? Like what?
Well, I mean, you both like cars, right?
That's the thing. I'd love to just hang out with him and bond over that stuff, but he's only ever interested in using me. He'll ask me to come around and then just order me to fix stuff. He has no interest in actually spending time with me or anything, so why should I have to keep placating him?
Just try and get along with him, for my sake. Can't you do that? Family's really important to me.
If it's that important to you, you should make an effort to see where both of us are coming from. Whatever, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's fine. It's between me and him anyway.
You're the one being combative. That's why I'm talking to you. When I think about my friends' husbands, they all seem to get on pretty well with their in-laws. Don't you want that too? It feels like it's only an issue for you and my dad. You don't really see eye to eye with my brother either, do you?
Did you not hear what your father said earlier? Why do you think I'm not close with Craig? He didn't make Craig come and help out with moving those boxes because he sent Derek $200. He's buying his way out of helping his own father.
If Craig had been able to help, of course he would have gone over to Dad's place with you. He's just really busy, that's all. He's helping Dad out by sending money, though. You should be proud of yourself for going over and helping out. You were there by his side to help with a tough job. That shows your generous nature. I'm sure he really appreciates it.
Huh. I don't want to hear this. I don't think you know how to make me feel better right now. Hey, Fran. Sorry, I'm at work. I can't answer the phone. What's up?
Leo, I'm at the hospital. I don't know what's happened, but Dad just fell unconscious. The nurses are rushing into the room. Come quickly if you can.
What? I'm on my way, but what happened?
He just went into surgery. I don't know what to do. I don't know what happened.
Wait there, I'm coming now. Just hang on. I won't be long.
Leo, why did this have to happen? What did we do to deserve this?
We didn't do anything. Just hang in there, okay? I'm in my car now. I should be there in under an hour.
Is it okay to text while driving?
It's fine. I'm using voice to text, and I'm stuck in traffic. Don't worry about that. How is Dad looking?
I don't know. He's been in the operating room for ages. I didn't know the surgery took such a long time.
Did they say what they think happened? Did something cause him to lose consciousness?
I don't know. He had some kind of seizure out of nowhere and just passed out. I have no idea what could have happened.
Did you see the seizure? Did it look bad?
I stepped outside for just a second. It must have happened suddenly while I was gone. I feel terrible about it. It's all my fault.
No, don't say that, Fran. You know it's not your fault. Nothing would have changed if you were in the room. Please, don't blame yourself.
I'm sure Dad will be okay. Remember when he was ill before and he got better? He'll be just fine this time, too. I know it.
I remember, but what if this is really the last time? I never got to say goodbye. There's so much I still wanted to talk about with him.
You shouldn't talk like that. We have to stay positive and we have to have faith that he will get better. If I had said something like that, you would have told me to be strong for Dad and not say such sad things. You should take a leaf from your own book.
I just don't have a good feeling. I'm not sure he will get better this time.
Leo, come on. We've got to have hope. He will get better. I just know it. Hey, did you reach home?
Yeah,
I can't believe Dad is really gone.
I know. It feels like a dream. I feel like I'll wake up to messages from him asking me to bring him more Chinese food to the hospital.
Did he have you do that too? He was so disappointed every time I went there empty-handed.
That sounds like Dad, alright.
I'm really sorry, Leo.
What are you sorry for? I told you already. This isn't your fault or anything. He had cancer.
Yeah, I know that and everything. I just wish I noticed something was wrong a little bit sooner. Maybe then I could have called you in time for you to say goodbye.
Hey, don't say things like that. How could you have known that he would have taken a turn for the worse? It's literally impossible to predict those things. Unless you're a doctor or something, and last time I checked, you weren't, right?
Yeah, of course I'm not.
Then you should stop being so hard on yourself. I visited Dad almost every day. He was saying goodbye like it was the last time each time. Even if I got to the hospital in time now, it would have been the same, I'm sure. He would have been saying goodbye, and I'd be telling him to shut up, that this isn't the last time I'm seeing him.
Yeah, he was like that every time I visited too.
You can leave the funeral arrangements to me. I'll take care of it. I'll try and arrange it for next week. Is there any day that doesn't work for you?
No, any day is fine. Thank you so much for taking care of it. Do you want me to do anything? I can take care of the invitations.
That would actually be a huge help. Thank you.
No problem.
I'll let you know when the venue, date, and times are decided.
Thanks, Leo. My husband met Dad a few times now. He's taking it pretty bad, too.
I'm not surprised. Dad was an amazing man. I'm sure everyone he ever met is going to be devastated. I'm going to let Marie know now, too. She isn't home yet, so I'll try calling her.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Yeah, see you, Fran. Hey, honey, I know you have plans tonight to hang out with your friends, but could you come home sooner? It's my dad. He passed away. I have to start making funeral preparations straight away, but I'd appreciate some company now.
Oh no, I am so sorry. But I'm actually out with Melissa now. I'll be back by around 12, okay?
Oh, okay.
But she's in the bathroom now, so I can talk for a few minutes. What happened? Was it the stomach cancer?
Liver cancer, and yes, of course it was. What kind of a question is that?
I just mixed up the cancer, sorry. Did you get a chance to see him before he died?
No, Fran was with him, thankfully. By the time I got to the hospital, it was already too late. He had a seizure in the hospital, and when they started operating, it was already too late.
I'm sure he's in a better place.
Thanks, I guess.
Anyway, Melissa's back, so I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, sure, have fun.
Hey, Dad. Leo's father just passed away, so we're having a ceremony. They'll probably send you an invitation soon. It'll be sometime next week, apparently.
Oh dear, really? Do you know what day it is? Tell them to not do Sunday. I have church then.
Okay, I'll try, but they probably aren't going to prioritize that.
If it is a Sunday, I guess I'll have to come a bit later, as soon as the service is finished. Goodness, he died so suddenly. I wonder what happened.
I heard he had a seizure and had to have an emergency surgery, but I guess it didn't go smoothly and he passed away almost immediately.
Oh, my poor daughter, going through all of this. What time did you finish work today? It's so late. I'm sure you must be too busy these days. I never see you. Is Leo keeping you up because of all of this?
No, he messaged me about it a little while ago, but I was out with a friend. I'm on the bus home now.
You really are a thoughtful girl, texting your husband about such a bleak thing when you were just trying to have fun with a friend.
Thanks, Dad. I feel a bit bad, though. I think I should have left and gone home as soon as I heard the news. I got the feeling that's what Leo wanted.
Oh, nonsense. He's a sensitive boy, but I'm sure he'll survive on his own. He's a big boy. More importantly, have you talked to him about the inheritance? I'm sure you'll be getting quite a lot, right?
Dad, it's not even been a day since my father-in-law died. What if a family member came by and heard you talking like that? You're really not being very sympathetic.
Oh, they're all crazy anyway. Let them hear it. Besides, I remember at your wedding there was practically no one sitting on the groom's side of the aisle. I'll bring some of my friends and acquaintances along with me to fill the empty spaces. Just let me know when it's gonna be.
Dad, just remember it's Leo we need to think about right now. This is really tough on him. Even if his dad was ill before this, his passing is still a shock.
It's all just bad luck anyway. Sometimes these things just happen. Maybe it's bad karma or something.
Anyway, I'll let you know when it's gonna be.
I will. Don't you go pushing yourself too hard, though. You have to rest.
Hey, honey, I should have told you earlier, but it slipped my mind. Dad's bringing a few friends with him.
What? Why is he doing that?
I don't know. He said something about wanting more people there to pay respect to your dad. Isn't that great?
People who have never met my dad before?
Why do you have to be so negative? My dad's just trying to show support in his own way. He's bringing a lot of people along to show more support and respect. Can you just appreciate the gesture?
Well, I'm sorry, but your dad has never really been all that close to my dad, so you can understand why I'm a little bit worried about this. It seems more like he's bringing those friends along for his own entertainment, doesn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, I hope that's not the case, but surely you can understand why I think that.
I mean, sure, but you can trust me on this one. My dad is just trying to show support. He may not always get it right, but his heart is in the right place. He's just worried about there being empty seats. He probably thinks he'd like a lot of people to be there, remembering your dad together, sharing stories and all that.
Sure, I mean, I guess he can bring his friends, but I really hope you're right and I'm wrong about his intentions.
Like I said, trust me. He's trying to do something nice for you in his own way.
Okay, anyway, I'll see you later. You said you'll be at the funeral soon, right?
Yeah, sorry I couldn't leave with you this morning. I know it's Sunday, but I just have to finish some stuff for work.
That's fine, of course. I'll see you later.
Yeah, see ya.
What was the big idea? I saw you whispering to the funeral staff before we got kicked out. Why did you have me and my friends removed? Wasn't that a little rude?
Rude? You want to talk to me about rude? You brought a bunch of random strangers who have no feelings whatsoever about my dad to his funeral. This isn't a party, you know? I heard from Marie that you were bringing friends, and she assured me that you had good intentions, but you really proved me wrong.
How did I prove you wrong? Don't you think you're being a little too dramatic?
You were sharing snacks in the church. Do you really think that's appropriate? You're all in your late 60s and 70s too. Aren't you embarrassed about acting like that?
I don't know what you mean. We were just there to pay our respects. I'm sorry if we didn't meet your unreachable standards.
They aren't unreachable. All I'm asking is for you to quietly pay your respects. Is that really too much to ask?
No, it isn't. I'm sorry, okay? Can we at least come back for the reception? We really just want to pay our respects and celebrate your father's life with you. I'm family, right?
Do you promise you and your friends are going to behave and act appropriately?
Of course we are. Don't talk to me like I'm a child. I'm practically the same age he was.
If you don't behave like you did at the actual funeral, then you are more than welcome to come back.
Okay, great. We'll see you soon. Hey guys, stop your cars. Leo said we can come to the reception. That's where all the food is anyway, so don't worry.
Oh, great. And we have to be there so they remember you when they're dealing with his will.
Hey, is Leo always like that? Is something wrong?
That's what I was saying. He made me feel really awkward and embarrassed. If he's this selfish and rude, I wonder how you're supposed to live with him as your family. It must be very difficult for you, Derek. I just get on with it and accept that this is my life, I guess. Do you see what I mean now that you've met him? He really is a very difficult son-in-law, right? I had heard about this kind of ungrateful, selfish son-in-law, but he really is just like the cliches. Such a jerk. I can't believe your daughters ended up in the care of a guy like that. Now I just feel relieved that my son-in-law is nothing like him. How fortunate. My daughter's in good hands. Surely we're just fanning the flames of Derek's resentment by talking like this? We're just saying it like it is. Leo is clearly a rude and selfish man. If I had a son-in-law like him, I would have told my daughter to divorce him a long time ago. I could never live like that.
They never should have gotten married in the first place. What was she thinking?
I feel so relieved hearing you all agree with me and say how awful he is. My wife always tells me to make more of an effort and speak more politely with him. And of course my daughter always takes his side. I feel much better now that you're all on my side. It's lonely trying to fight a battle all on your own.
Oh, I can't imagine, you poor thing. Anyway, what shall we do until the reception starts? Who fancies food?
Goodness, I'm so old these days, I feel like I could really just curl up and fall asleep when I eat a delicious big meal.
A son-in-law like that will surely get his punishment soon, and we just have to wait and see. And Derek, you'll get your good karma for dealing with him for so long. What do you mean? Oh, maybe his dad's car? Of course, you didn't get anything from his family when he married Marie. It's what you deserve. What kind of a family doesn't buy gifts for their in-laws? I've never even heard of that kind of thing happening these days. His father had some kind of bad financial luck. The fool. And now his family can only just afford to eat. They're completely broke. It is gross.
Oh, they're that kind of family, huh? Living off the generosity of others. And he still never sold that old car, huh? What an idiot. It should surely go to someone financially responsible now, like you.
True, it would be such a shame if that poor car was passed to one freeloading idiot to the next.
Thank you, guys, but let's not get too excited. I asked Maria to find out about the inheritance and all of that, so I'll just have to be patient.
You should ask them to give it to you, since they didn't give you any gifts or tokens when you allowed Leo to marry Marie. If they don't give you the car, they owe you some insurance money at the very least. You could start your own business.
Oh, don't be silly. I'm much too old for that now. What I really need is that car. But you're right. Even if I'm too old to start a business, they definitely owe me something. Yeah, you're right though. They should give you that car. After being treated like you have by your son-in-law for so long, don't you think it's the least you deserve?
If you do get it, you better let me take her for a spin too.
Of course I will. You've all been so good to me. You've always been there to help me through difficult times. Any of you are free to take her for a drive.
Oh, thanks, Derek. I can't wait.
How could you kick us out again? What is wrong with you?
Are you seriously asking me that? You know full well why I asked you to leave. Now stop messaging me, I'm busy.
You're really overreacting, you know? Me and my friends were behaving perfectly fine.
You know my father just passed away, and you must realize how difficult this is for me. And yet you and your friends are just crowding the buffet table and giggling like children? Can't you see that everyone who came here to pay their respects is just looking at you? Doesn't that make you feel ashamed? Even Marie was embarrassed, and she's always on your side.
What are you talking about, everyone? Besides us, there was hardly anyone even there.
I don't know what you're talking about. There were plenty of people. This isn't supposed to be some kind of party anyway. All the other visitors are being quiet and respectful while they say their goodbyes, unlike you lot. Look around you. You were making the atmosphere so uncomfortable, and it was upsetting everyone. Please don't try and come back.
Man, what a rude and pathetic boy you are. You're the one who should be embarrassed. We only came here to be nice, and now you're kicking us out before we even pay our respects? Shame on you. Fine, you can get what you want. We'll leave. Why should we stay here when the reception was so bad anyway? It was miserable. But I really can't believe you're being like this, Leo. My friends deliberately made time so that they could come and show their support. How could you treat them so rudely? I know you have no respect for me. You've made that clear, but you should at least respect the time they made for you. You were all talking about my father's life insurance money at his funeral and asking who you think is going to get his classic car. Do you think it's polite or appropriate to be talking about those kinds of things at a time like this? Here, of all places? Oh, whatever. We were just making conversation and lightening up the mood. But you can have your way. Me and my friends will go eat somewhere with better food.
Babe, I just wanted to apologize about my dad.
I don't want to talk about him. Please don't.
You should just know that he acts like this because he cares, so please, try not to be too hard on him. See if you can find some forgiveness.
I'm sorry, your father brought a bunch of his friends, who I don't know, to my father's funeral, talked loudly about life insurance and his stuff, and made everyone uncomfortable because he cares? How can you say that? Try to see it from my point of view. There is no way he is in the right. All he cares about is himself.
Well, honey, you don't really have any close friends and your family is small. I think my dad was worried the funeral would have no one there. They used to say that if there weren't many people at your funeral, it meant you would be unhappy in death, you know?
We were there. He had all his loved ones. That's all he needs. My dad is going to heaven, I know it. To talk about the life insurance money at his funeral, it made the atmosphere so uncomfortable for everyone. What was your dad thinking? Did you not see the looks on my cousins' faces? They were so upset.
Do you think people only talk about sad things at funerals these days, or just stay in silence? There's a lot of places that do celebrations of life recently. They're much more cheerful and uplifting.
Well then, when you're organizing your father's funeral, maybe you should have it in one of those places. But today was meant to be about my father and my family.
No, that's not what I meant. Do you think my dad would even want that? You know how traditional he is. I thought you were upset with my dad. Why are you suddenly attacking me? I didn't do anything wrong, remember?
Huh, we're clearly not gonna see eye to eye on this. How are we even married? You never understand what I'm feeling, or make any effort to understand why I would be upset. You need to open your eyes. Seriously.
Babe, to be blunt, you didn't do any of the normal gifts or presents for my family when we got married. They were pretty offended.
Why would I need to give your family gifts or money? I've never heard of that being normal.
We've been through this. It's a tradition in our family going back generations. When a girl gets married, the groom's family gifts the bride's parents gifts and money.
That doesn't make any sense in our modern times. You're not being traded away for some goats.
It's tradition! Anyway, it doesn't matter if you think it's a good one or not. The point is, it was a tradition everyone followed. Until you. But don't you remember how my dad never mentioned it? He just moved on. Never complained. If you think about what he's done for you over the years, you'll realize that you're being unfair on him now.
Okay, well, don't you remember when he specifically mentioned that we didn't bring him any expensive gifts? He had no manners back then either.
When has my dad ever been so senseless? I have no idea what you're talking about. Seriously.
When you left the room for a moment, he went on about how my family's financial struggles were all my dad's fault, and acted like I was only marrying you for your money. And you know what else he said? He told me I was pathetic. He told me I was pathetic and not good enough for you.
My dad said that? To you? But he's never made a big deal of your family's difficulties. He always covered them up and ignored them. He never once pulled a face or made it into an argument. Haven't you gotten used to him by now? This is just how he expresses himself. It's because he wants to be close to you that he's speaking his mind so freely.
Oh, just stop now, please. There's no point talking about this anymore. We're just gonna keep going in circles. We're clearly not gonna find a middle ground or agree on anything.
Marie, you're on your lunch break right now, right?
Yep, 1 to 2. Did you already eat?
Not just yet. Do you fancy meeting up and we could grab a bite together? I'm outside your office building now.
Oh, really? That sounds great. I'll head down now. I shouldn't be long. I just need to let my coworkers know where I'm going. Oh, hang on. I actually need to wait a few minutes for my coworker to get back from his lunch break before I can leave.
Okay, no problem. I'm parked out front.
What's up, anyway? Did you want to talk to me about something?
I did actually. I was gonna talk to you during lunch, but I can't wait. Do you remember I'm turning 70 this year?
Of course I do, Dad. Although you should know that you don't look a day over 50. Still, it makes me a bit sad thinking of you getting older.
I know. I remember when I was your age. I couldn't imagine getting old. I thought I would be young forever. Anyway, about my gift. There's actually something I want.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Leo's dad actually had a car that I quite like. It's an Aston Martin DB6. What do you think about giving me that car as a gift for my 70th birthday?
Oh, Dad, you know Leo is still really upset about everything that happened.
Why should I not get what I want just because he's upset? It's my birthday. Don't you want to do something nice for me?
I guess I could at least ask him about it.
Why do you need to ask him? Just take the keys and drive it to my house. I'll pretend I never even gave you the idea. You could even put a bow on it like they do on those TV shows. I'll act surprised, I promise.
Okay, Dad, don't get too carried away. I'll see what I can do. Hey, babe, you remember how it's my dad's 70th birthday soon, right? What do you think about renting a nice event space somewhere and making a big deal of it? Have a fun party to celebrate.
Are you seriously asking me that right now? Do you think that's smart?
Honey, come on. You know we need to do something for his birthday and we're running out of time. I had to speak to you about it.
Huh. Anyways, what did you say you wanted to do for it? A party?
Yeah, I'm also thinking about gifts. What do you think we should give him?
I am hardly thinking about gifts for your dad with how he acted at my father's funeral. Just go ahead and do whatever you want.
Okay, if you're sure. Well then, for gifts, what do you think about giving him your dad's old car? It's like super old, right? It's not like you were gonna use it, right?
Sorry, I must have misheard you. What did you just say?
You know my dad really looks out for us and takes care of us a lot. We've never made such a big gesture before to thank him, and this would really be such a nice thing to do. You know he really likes cars, and he's mentioned that one in particular a few times. It probably reminds him of his younger days or something. It'd be a perfect gift, and we don't even have to buy anything.
Huh. I guess your whole family is completely self-centered, including you. Why on earth would I give that car to your father? Is this bad karma? Was I an awful person in a previous life?
Oh, come on. He never did anything bad to your dad. I don't know why you're so upset about this. It's a perfectly reasonable suggestion.
You listen here. What we are absolutely not going to do is give my father's most prized possession to your father, even if the two of them never had any arguments. Are you mad?
We never did anything special for him when we got married, or had any special occasions either. It's the least we could do after everything he's done for us, and got nothing in return. You don't have a super well-paid job, which is fine, but it does mean we've never treated him to any expensive presents or even brought ingredients for food at holidays.
You're wrong. I always bring ingredients and I always help with the cooking. Don't you remember any barbecue we've been to at his house? Any party we've had for your nephews and nieces? It's been me who gets all the meat and me at the grill all day. You never paid any attention, that's all. In fact, your dad made me feel so guilty and useless whenever we went over that I would tell him to sit down and relax while I did everything. You compare the two of us constantly and always blame the problems I have with him on my actions and say it's all my fault. Why did you even marry me if I'm never going to be good enough?
I married you because you always seem to respect your elders, listening to their advice and helping them whenever they needed a hand. Where is that energy now? Why did you think I married you?
I shouldn't have to be nice to someone like your dad while he's always on some kind of power trip. Honestly, I have never met such an entitled, spoiled brat. And he's turning 70? I have good manners, and of course I believe everyone deserves respect. But if I don't seem that way anymore, it's because of how your dad has treated me. He did this to me.
What did you just say? Are you seriously saying your lack of compassion these days is my dad's fault? Whatever. I'm giving him that car. Just you wait and see. You won't stop me.
Hey, Fran, how's it going?
Oh, as well as you could expect.
I am so sorry again about Mary's dad at the funeral. I never would have invited him if I knew he was going to act like that and bring so many friends.
It's fine. It's not your fault. It's just a shame about the buffet, huh? They basically ran out of food for everyone because he brought 3 extra people.
I know, and each of them ate enough for 2. I am really sorry.
Like I said, it's not your fault. Thanks for organizing everything. Apart from that little hiccup, it was a great service. I'm sure Dad would have been thrilled. And I'm sure he would have found the whole thing with Marie's dad pretty funny anyway.
Yeah, that's true. He always did have a pretty funny sense of humor. I'm actually facing another little dilemma now, to be honest.
Oh, and what's that?
Wait until you hear about this. Marie said that we should give Dad's Aston Martin DB6 to her father for his 70th birthday. I honestly couldn't believe he would even suggest such a thing. I know she doesn't see his flaws, but seriously? What a thing to suggest!
What? Is he crazy? Dad adored that car.
Right? He specifically asked me to take care of it after he passed. I even told Marie about that conversation I had with Dad, but it's always in one ear and out the other with her. She should know how much that car meant to my dad, and in turn, how much it means to me now, even more so now that he's gone. I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with her family anymore. It's getting too much.
What are you talking about? I think you know what you have to do.
Oh yeah? And what's that?
Obviously, the only option is to escape and get out of there as fast as you can.
Yeah, you're right. I am over this marriage. Seriously, I should have realized it ages ago, but Marie doesn't really care about me. She doesn't see anything her dad does as wrong. She hardly reacted to the funeral fiasco. She was just defending him to the very end. And now this? I have had it. You can't change people. I need to divorce her. I'm just worried she's gonna steal the car. That's my only concern now.
You think she would steal the car? I'm pretty sure that's illegal. And just to give it to her dad as a birthday present? You really think she'd go that far?
I don't know. I feel like she just does anything her dad tells her to. She can't think for herself. I don't understand why he even needs a big gift in the first place. Marie always said she wants to rent some event space and host a huge party with food and music. Surely that's enough of a gift?
When our dad died, you organized such a beautiful ceremony for him to say goodbye. But why should you have to help put together a party for your father-in-law who's always treated you so badly? I genuinely can't let this slide. How dare he? What a selfish, rude, mean man. And as for Marie, it seems like she's exactly the same.
You're right. I guess I never really knew her. I was blinded by who I thought she was. She's always put herself and her family by extension over me. Or over us as a couple, I should say. It's my own fault for rushing into marriage before I really even knew her.
No, Leo, none of this is your fault. You mustn't blame yourself. The problem is that her family is horrible. So we should have guessed she would turn into be horrible too. You weren't to know that in the beginning.
Oh, thanks, Fran. That really makes me feel better. And about Marie's dad's birthday party, I had an idea that I'd like your help with, actually.
Oh yeah? And what's that?
I was thinking about giving him a taste of his own medicine. How about meeting in person to talk about it?
Sure, no problem. How about discussing it over dinner soon?
Yeah, that sounds good. How about tonight?
Yeah, sure, I'm free tonight.
Where do you want to go?
I know a Chinese place we haven't been to in a while.
You read my mind. Happy birthday, Derek. 70 already, huh? Pretty big day.
Oh, Leo, thank you. I'm glad you remembered my birthday. Marie has hinted a certain gift for me. I really hope you guys pull through and make this a birthday for me to remember.
No, don't worry. I'm sure it'll be a birthday you'll never forget.
That's what I like to hear. On a completely unrelated topic, wink wink, I haven't had a new car in years. I've always dreamed of having a beautiful classic car, ever since I was a young lad.
Oh yeah? A lot of us did, huh?
Yeah, but me in particular, it's been something I've always dreamed of. But since I always put Marie first, I never used my money on myself in that way. I know a lot of dads spend a lot of money on their own hobbies and buy expensive cars when their families are struggling. But that's just not me, I'd rather buy my precious children everything they could want than spend so much money on myself.
Is that supposed to be a jab at my dad?
Oh, heavens, no. I'm just saying, different people have different priorities. That's all. And I'm a man who believes in karma, I spent my whole life prioritizing others and putting my kids before me. I'm sure all of that kindness and servitude is going to be rewarded, maybe even today.
Right, yeah, me too. I believe in karma as well. I'm sure you'll get exactly what you deserve today. Don't worry.
That's what I like to hear.
Fran, Leo, what's going on? Can you come into the other room so I can talk to you?
No can do, sorry. We don't want to miss out on the buffet. If you have anything to say to us, just say it over text.
Okay, fine. Do you mind telling me what's going on? Who are all these people you've brung to my father's birthday party? Are they all with you guys? And no offense, but what are you doing here, Fran? You don't even know my dad. None of these people do. Well, Leo invited me, but obviously I couldn't come to your dad's birthday party alone, so I brought them with me. It's always nice to have a huge group of people at a celebration or a special occasion. Oh, really?
Don't worry about my sister and I. Come back and join the party.
I am adding my dad to the conversation. You guys are out of control.
What on earth is going on, Leo? Who are these people?
Oh, hey Derek. I was worried your birthday party would be a bit sad and empty, so I brought lots of friends with me. Fun, right? Why are you texting me anyway? Where are you? There is gonna be no food left if you guys hide out in the bedroom all evening.
I don't know any of these people. Why did you invite them? I am not coming out until they're all gone.
I'm not so sure I understand. At my dad's funeral, you said you thought it would be empty, didn't you? Wasn't that why you brought all your friends to eat all the food and make lots of noise? I thought you preferred this kind of atmosphere.
You've made your point. Can you get them all to leave now? I didn't make this party to entertain a bunch of young hooligans. And what's with all the flowers? I'm not a woman.
What do you mean? It's tradition to have these flowers at a funeral, and now that you're 70, I'm sure it's not long until we'll all be together again at your funeral. I'm just being prepared. Might as well kill two birds with one stone, no? Like you said, my dad passed away so suddenly, and it was such a shame. I wanted to make sure everything was ready in case you suddenly died too. Don't you see what a thoughtful and generous gesture this is?
Leo, what the heck are you playing at? It's my dad's birthday. Do you think this is appropriate behavior? What are you thinking?
I have had enough of being treated like a dog by your family, so I just don't care anymore. I'm gonna file for divorce. There is no reason for me to see either of you ever again now, so just go ahead and enjoy your birthday. I'll make a start planning your funeral though, of course, since I'm sure you'll be gone soon anyway. You seem to have so much fun at my dad's funeral, so I'll plan yours.
Why, how dare you do this at my birthday?
Are you serious? You want a divorce? This is so out of the blue. Oh, Derek, Marie, this must be so tough for you. How will you ever find such a wonderful son-in-law like Leo again? Going so far as to offer to arrange your funeral. Wow. I know we won't be family anymore once the divorce is settled, but of course we'll be civil until that's sorted. I guess we'll see you occasionally.
I hope you end up in a better place, Derek, when you do die. Although with how you've treated me over the years, I expect you might go straight to hell. Oh well.
Derek, I wanted to ask you something else too. I heard you wanted to get our dad's car, right? Wasn't that a little selfish and rude to demand someone's treasured memento like that? Do all your friends at this party know about that? I've been talking to a few people at this party, and most of them seem pretty shocked. It seems like they have no idea how greedy and self-centered you are.
All of you, stop this right now. Get out. Leave immediately.
Know what to do.
You can't kick us out before we've eaten, Marie. That's too cruel, even for you. Remember when Derek brought all his friends to our father's funeral? They made sure to eat lots of the delicious food we had prepared before they finally left.
This is the last time. Get out. You're all being so rude.
Derek, please take this flower. If we're leaving now, I doubt I'll see you again before you die, and you'll need this at your funeral. I pray you end up in heaven after all, despite your awful behavior while you were alive.
Derek, since you've suffered having me as a son-in-law for so long, I'll divorce Marie as a special gesture just for you. Isn't this better than some old car? Aren't you pleased? Your gift is divorce.
Leo, you can't be serious. Be sensible now. You know you can't divorce me.
Actually, I can and I will. Maybe next time you should meet a rich man so that you can afford to give your father the life he apparently deserves, instead of an honest, hard-working man who loves you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your life as your father's little princess. Maybe you shouldn't bother finding a new husband. Your dad seems to be all you need.
Hey!
What do you want?
Are you for real? How can you ask me what I'm calling about? I just received papers saying you filed for divorce. You can't possibly be serious. How did you send them to me so fast? Did you arrange this in advance? I can forget about last night, so let's just talk about this.
I am deadly serious. Like I said at your dad's birthday party last night, it all started falling apart at my father's funeral, and I realized I've had enough and I deserve better.
You're just going to blame this all on my father? You're treating him like trash.
Of course you know what happened. My dad can't even rest easy in his grave with how your father has been acting.
Well, even so, you're still his son-in-law. Don't you think you should treat him with some respect? Besides, your relatives were making lots of noise at your father's funeral, too. My dad couldn't even enjoy his birthday because of the disruption you caused.
Why not? I only came to wish him well. That's why I brought all those friends. You're being unkind, really. You know I was only trying to do something nice. Anyway, just sign the divorce papers and send them back over. Let's get everything filed and done as soon as possible.
But babe, you know how much I love you. I can't agree to this. I can't divorce you.
If you really loved me like you claim you do, you would never have treated me how you have over the years. And you would never put up with your mother's behavior. You're too late.
I'm sorry. How can I fix this? There must be something I can do. You've made your point, and you're right. I did always put my father's wishes and feeling above yours. If you're willing to do all this to make a point, you must still have feelings for me.
The best present you could possibly give me would be agreeing to the divorce. I don't want this to be messy or complicated.
No, Leo. Please.
I finally went and divorced Marie after all of that. Honestly, it was a long time coming. I should have divorced her a long time ago. It was clear from the beginning she prioritized her father's opinions and feelings over anyone's. She needs to grow up before entering another serious relationship. Even during the divorce proceedings, after I made it clear that there was no chance I was giving us another shot, she went back to trying to please her dad. She got her lawyer to try and fight for my dad's car. I couldn't believe it. She was trying to make a case that it should be included in our joint assets, and she should have some kind of claim to it. I couldn't believe it. She definitely knew at that point how much that car meant to me. But still, she tried to take it from me to please her dad. It was at that point that I knew for sure I made the right decision in divorcing her. Luckily, I started the divorce proceedings at the same time my lawyer was dealing with inheritance. So everything was in order, and she wasn't able to get her hands on any of my dad's stuff. After that, I blocked her number and moved on with my life. The apartment we were living in was mine, so I had her move out. Last I heard, she was living with her parents again, so I'm sure she's having the time of her life. As for me, now that this drama is all over, I've been able to finally grieve my dad properly. He was a great man, and I'll take care of his car for years to come. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.